The Pillar Show?
The Pillar Show.
Is that what we're calling it, boys?
I think
Well, we
so.
gotta call it.
And I think once we get the 360 cam though, we're just gonna get
We're gonna just plop the 360 camera
right in the
middle.
fucking center, or like even right here, and just like get wide angles
That'd
with
be
it
dope.
and shit.
I would like that.
The Pillar Trip.
Field trip. Yeah, back to that.
So me and Henry went to the Superior National Forest,
Crescent Lake.
Crescent Lake. Yep.
Not to leak my spots, but there's no fish in that lake.
So
Did
you guys could
You
do
guys
all
can
the fishing and camping you guys want there. We will not be there again.
Yeah, it probably won't return. It was a beautiful lake though, so if you're going for scenery, it's not bad. There's a couple rowdy boys out there though, so you gotta be careful about that.
Yeah, that'll really ruin a trip.
There was
We-
some rowdy honkies out there. On that.
No more than that.
We-
That's what-
Yeah, I mean,
I wanted to get to know them, but Matias wasn't really down for it. They had a couple,
Alright.
Henry wanted to get to know the woman.
they had a couple
Oh.
ladies out there. We didn't get any eye on them, so we don't really know what's up with them.
Okay.
But they did. They were partying, and they did seem pretty cool.
Bunch
so-
of oinkers. Henry was after.
A bunch of. We do not know if that's true. Don't even say that about people. If you were on the island,
No, you're
Yeah,
not.
but they had what, 3 boats?
3 boats getting rowdy.
It's quiet until it's 1 a.m. and then they're just.
Yeah, it's all quiet on the Western Front till freaking the bombs start going off and they start freaking getting
Scooby
loud.
Dooby Doo.
You hear them across the lake freaking making Scooby Doo impressions. And I mean,
Yeah, me and Henry, we got there at what time did we get there?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So we didn't really know where we were going. We didn't necessarily know where any of the campsites were, and then we kind of scooted around the fucking lake.
We paddled it.
There's so many islands, which
lot
made
of-
it kind of confusing. And
I'm gonna hold the cord in, okay, because it slips out.
Call it Discord.
This.
I hate when it slips out.
I hate when it slips
All
out.
right,
too,
go
bro,
on.
when you bend your shaft. It's
Go
bad
on.
for the fucking time. But back to our camping.
We didn't have a
trip.
lot of time to toot and scoot around the lake.
No, it was getting dark, and so we kind of just plopped it on the shoreline somewhere at some like primitive site that was some caveman was using 1,000 years ago, but or Native American, I'll call them. They weren't really cavemen because that's kind of rude to call people that. Chase, what have you been up to? We went camping.
We didn't even finish the
crazy
camp.
weekend actually. It was kind of something.
What happened?
Saw some people I haven't seen in a while from high school.
Ooh.
A couple other people there too.
Who?
From college.
Let's get some.
Just shoot the names out.
No, I don't get the names out there, but I know actually what you're talking about. And what did you guys do at that little shindig, Drew?
Played some Smash Bros.
You like
on
that?
TV. It was
Yeah,
fun.
that's one of Chase's
Oh.
favorite pastimes.
Did that with everyone.
Hit the pen and play Smash Bros. Right?
Everyone had a good time. I wasn't
Yeah.
doing that night.
Did you
But
win? And are you
I
being
won.
honest there?
I didn't do that night.
Did you win every time, every round?
Oh no, it's 8-player Smash with 8 people playing.
So you lost that one.
I lost like 2, but I won 1. There's only 3 games played.
So
One
Are you
person-
offended by that?
is
No.
that why not?
It's chaotic.
Did you lose to that
All
girl?
the items were on. Yes, it was someone's girlfriend who I haven't met before was there.
I know who you're talking
In
about.
training.
And she beat your
Apparently.
ass.
Yeah, she beat everyone. So.
Yeah, but you are.
But no,
part
that's
of the-
fun. It was a good time. I was going easy on them, bro.
Going easy. Okay,
Keep-
that's what I like.
People playing the game. You gotta wheeze on them sometimes.
That's true. That's very true.
You gotta pull them in.
Back to our camping trip, Matthias. What did you think of it?
I really enjoyed it. I felt there was this weird mental dilemma me and Henry had
We had
the
some
whole
lows
time.
and we had some highs.
Yeah,
Just
I
like
mean,
everything in life.
well, not only that,
As
but
emotions.
I think we had the first time, maybe at least ever for me and a little bit of Henry, we didn't know if we wanted to be there or not. It was,
Well, it's just like
kind of weird.
Not only did we not even know if we wanted to be there, we were like, we could be somewhere else. We could be. There was just a lot of opportunities, and it was like
It was a 4-day weekend, mind you. We had
Yeah.
work off Friday and Monday,
a
so
little bit of limited time, but it was pretty open, and we had the opportunity to be mobile, but we just decided to kind of hunker down, and I think that's where a lot of the dilemma sourced from was like, we wanted to do a lot, but we also kind of committed to the lake idea.
and I mean it was moderately a big commitment. Like it was
Yeah.
like once you're there, you kind of do feel obligated
it was
because
a
we did
couple-
have to canoe. We
Couple mile paddle.
had a little journey to get there too.
Not that that's any issue for us because we're freaking the paddle squad,
But
Paddle squad.
you know.
pillar paddles.
But the paddling, that could be our next something.
Yeah, but then I think a lot of the dilemma hit when we were leaving. We're planning on leaving after the first night, and we're just gonna
Yeah.
go find somewhere else to camp. And then we rolled up on that beautiful campsite.
we rolled up on I'd probably put it at a 9 out of 10 on the JMED's camping scale.
Little island.
Dang.
And it was very beautiful, and it would have been nice. It would have been nice if you had more people too. Like,
Yeah, that was one of those sites where it's like it would have just been a lot better
yeah, we
with
could have just
more
been,
people.
like, bumping, but we were really just like looking at the stars, cuddling.
In a hammock. Yeah,
In a hammock.
totally.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, right where you go into the campsite too, like the sun would set.
It was so wonderful.
So it's
If you guys
right when you
check-
look out, like to I guess where you walk up and down, you know, to get in your canoe or your boat or whatever the fuck you're taking. It was just, the sun would set, so you had a nice opening of trees, and then
Mhm.
right
Right by
over
the
right
fire
over the
pit.
lake, right by
Yeah.
the fire.
If you guys check the TikTok, you guys can check it out on there. We filmed a lot of it and kind of the adventures we got up to, cooking steak on the fire over a cedar
Yeah, you guys will have
log.
to watch that.
Not to spoil too much, but a lot of fun happened. And there's going to be a lot more stuff coming out like that as we go on bigger adventures, going to cool places that are in the works. Honestly, we're
True.
Which
so
Planning.
pumped.
we have a big trip ahead of us.
That's
We do.
true.
We got 7 days,
A
even
giant trip.
farther north, with Chase Matushak and
I'll
a
be
couple
there.
other dogs,
A
and
few other
it's-
dogs actually.
and a couple other dogs that I was gonna say a word, but that'd be rude. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm trying to be on top of my ball.
So week-long trip
yeah,
to the Boundary Waters.
3 canoes probably.
Yep.
Okay.
How many portages do you know of?
Yeah.
I mean, we can
Good
kind of
question,
play it by
actually.
ear, obviously, because that's
I don't got the map in front of me, but I know we have a 10-mile lake to paddle across. That if the winds are blown west to east, we might be battling.
Fine. Do
That-
that. Battle.
Yeah, you don't even know what that's like, so we're not gonna really take your advice on that. We can paddle and we can battle, but at a certain point, the fight is not worth fighting. You got to just learn to hunker. We
How's
might,
how you doing?
and when you have some not as strong crews out there paddling, it
it's
just
true. We're gonna have
you
some
really have to
novices.
accommodate.
We're gonna have a
We got
couple
some
novices.
problems with that,
We're not gonna have problems. People are gonna have to fight it on their
but
own.
I'm saying
internally.
like some. I feel like some of the matchups in my head right now are gonna be gonna.
I think
I might be put in a tough spot, but
you might be in a tough spot, but that's because you're a warrior, Chase.
that's true.
And God gives His biggest battles to
keep
His
battling,
best
I can fight it
soldiers.
off.
Exactly. So that's what you gotta understand. It's.
I mean, I feel like with that trip though, that's something that makes it special. Is the kind of like the battle and the
The
journey
effort.
it does take to get there. Is
Like last
because
time.
I mean, like it is like the hardest spot or the hardest thing to do, and then
Yeah,
out of the whole trip, I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I believe it.
But then kind of once you get there, it's like that
Yeah.
sigh and
Once
breath of
you-
relief.
Yeah, once you get out there and you're just alone and it's just quiet in the water and your friends and you're just enjoying and appreciating what's out there, it does become maybe the most rewarding thing you can do that I've done. Like, it's hard work, but it's beautiful too. The
Yeah.
struggles.
I'd say like every time, like at least we've gone, there's been that moment where everybody just like sits still and doesn't say anything, and it's just
Mhm.
like
And it's just like, wow, this
like
is nice.
we're here.
Exactly. We did all that just to get here, and it's like actually
Yeah.
feels like it was worth it. We have a couple cool things planned out there too. We have a waterfall we're gonna go see. We have probably 4 miles of portaging total in the trip. No, probably 3 miles. Now that I calculated out in my head a little more, we have.
Like 40 to 50 miles of paddling.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite a paddle, but it'll be fun. We have a long time to do it, so it's not really a big rush because we could probably put 10 or 15 miles on in a day if we really tried, depending on the winds and the weather.
Yeah.
But I'm not really too concerned about covering ground. I think it's just gonna be beautiful. The lakes I have planned us to see are some of the best lakes in the BWC.
Will we catch fish?
Will we catch fish? I believe we will.
I will.
I think we'll get on smallmouth no matter what, and you will is funny because
Is it? Oh, that's fine.
You sounded confident in that.
yeah, I mean last
And
time.
have you been training?
Yeah.
You've
When,
been-
when was the last time you got fishing, Chase?
On the trip.
Last year, a year ago. Okay, so you're a really big fisherman.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I like about you. How dedicated you are to the fishing craft.
Yep,
how much
definitely.
effort you put into it.
Yep.
How much knowledge you have.
Yep.
That's what I love about you, Chase. Is like
Uh-huh.
just how good of a fisherman you are.
Yeah, thank you.
This is all sarcasm, by the way.
It's
if
not
you guys don't
sarcasm.
know.
Well,
I'm
that's
being
real.
serious.
I did catch more than Matthias did.
Okay.
Okay,
well,
that's a touchy subject,
we don't need to
and
bring
I'm
up
very
past
sensitive about
It's
that.
touchy
Okay.
fish, you know.
touchy
As we
fish.
saw.
But yeah, I definitely think we could catch smallmouth. I think walleye might be hard. I think lake trout might be hard. But I think smallmouth and
It'd be nice to catch a walleye this year because we haven't done that.
a walleye, yeah, a walleye is something we need to get on the books with. And I mean, it's just the time of year we've been going where walleye haven't really been happening because last trip was like really a lake trout focused trip, and I mean we did Hammer Lakers, which was really fun and really cool to catch. But I would like to get on some eyes and
What was it we caught that first year we went at the night?
Ooh, the
in
burbot.
The burbot. We got burbot.
Yeah, we were ripping for Lakers, but we didn't catch any. But the burbot were out, and we should have ate them. That would have been good content.
Yeah, that would have been. But we weren't really content oriented at that time. We weren't
No,
really
we were really
focusing on
just
that.
chill oriented. But now we're gonna take you on these adventures, and you're
Poor
gonna see-
man's lobster is what they call it.
Yeah, if you catch a good eel pout and fry her up. that could be happening. These lakes will contain yield pout at some level,
All right.
but they do take a special time to catch. They're nocturnally biting, notoriously. But
What's the filleting process on a
burbot?
fish on burbot lake?
Burbot are pretty easy. They're similar to catfish in their anatomy. So
Okay.
they're actually not bad to fillet. They're not like a pike or anything with Y bones or really. That's really the most complicated one. I mean, lake trout you get the pin bones, I think, but you just kind of forget about them. You're good. But honestly, it's gonna be sweet, and that's all I can say.
Pretty excited.
Yeah, it'll be.
When we get there, Chase,
Yeah.
there's a question for you,
Mhm.
and I guess Henry too. I feel like every year, or every time you go with a certain crew, everybody has like a role they fill.
Yep.
Like usually you have like somebody filling the gravity bag to filter the water, certified dish cleaner, certified cooker.
Definitely certified dish cleaners.
Chase, what role do you think you are going to be playing at the
Yeah,
Boundary
that's a
Waters
good
this
question.
year?
I
What
was
role
thinking
do you
that too.
want to play?
I'm gonna want to play.
Yep.
Where do you want to be in this equation?
Interesting, because like there's so many like other people there too now. So
You gotta think of the dynamic.
I think of how that works. Yeah, that's the hard part for me.
Couple novices, couple experienced fellas.
Yeah.
Cassie's really the gravity bag filler.
That's what I
The
heard.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
that's something she's good at.
keeping us hydrated.
She's good at keeping us hydrated. We might upgrade in bag size this year. 'cause
I was looking;
Dang.
they get expensive. There's like a $240 gravity bag, but
What
it
are you
holds a
looking
lot of
What
water.
are you
How
looking at,
much?
platypus?
It may have been. Is that
Platypus is the way to go.
is that
always.
Cabela's?
dang,
It looked nice.
Yeah.
250.
I mean, we already got.
Yeah, but it holds a lot of water.
How much?
I have a filter.
Yeah.
We just need the bag, and the bags you can require, but we need to get platypus bags. So that might be an investment we make, but honestly,
we made a big investment anyways.
if we have we did make a big investment.
Giant
You guys will be seeing that in the future. I'm not gonna really give away too much, but
It's gonna be exciting.
the pillar team is really going big this time.
We're ramping
That's-
it up.
That's all I'm gonna say. We are going big. You're
Launching
gonna
it.
see a lot of this pay off, I think, in the future here. But back to camping and whatnot. Yeah, we could make some investments, but we also have people who can pull on the rope, and I think if we have somebody who's just a full-time water maid, it won't be an issue.
Yeah. And a dish cleaner, so that way we don't have to worry about it in the morning.
It's true.
And honestly, like doing dishes out there ain't that bad because it's not like we're using a lot of
No.
dishes
It was a
either.
little rough though when last year we went in the cold.
Yeah,
The cold,
That
yeah,
sucks.
it was
A lot
snow.
of dishes
It
was
was
terrible.
snowing the day we pulled up.
Yeah.
It's just so cold putting our hands in cold water in the mornings and nights.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think it's something to try though and experience.
Yeah, that's what- glad we
is
did
a
it.
Cold water paddle, like, yeah, it's kind of terrible, but
it's also fun though.
it is also fun as long as you're equipped for
It's a
it.
good memory.
Because it did warm up a bit
It did.
later
It
later in that trip.
Yeah.
The last couple
It was
days
As
like
we
long as
had.
if you can get out the wind, get out of the wind, you're good.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Is like it could be 60 degrees, but you're still on cold water with wind, where it's like
We were putting hand warmers in our socks.
I was putting hand warmers
Yeah,
everywhere.
Corey's put them everywhere. It's like cuddle me in the tent.
He had to. He was gonna die. of
He's like
hypothermia.
shaking. He's like, I got 5 pairs of socks on. Like leave. All right, Corey. Well, good night.
It's not for the weak.
So
Yeah, and I mean, camping's just a wonderful thing. I think everybody listening to this should get out there. I hope
definitely.
and learn to just appreciate and be with nature because I think it's a very human thing.
It's true.
I think
Very-
we're all
very
called
much
upon
so.
to do it. Yeah. Speaking of Corey, we miss him.
We do. Corey's not with us today. We look forward to having Corey with us in the future.
Yeah, I think Corey would definitely be somebody.
This was a spontaneous and random podcast moment.
It
we were-
was.
Very.
We're actually having a pillar meeting,
Yeah, we were all just kicking it, talking.
Yep.
and then we're like, let's just rip a pod.
go
Let's
upstairs.
just, yeah,
Set up. and go.
location Z,
This is like freaking Studio
studio
John.
Studio John, Studio John Walker.
Studio John Walker out here, Johnny Walker. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. We appreciate John for supplying us with this studio.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out
Alright.
John
Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yep. We won't go into too many details also out there because
when we call them.
Well, Cassie's the water maid.
Well, yeah, that or we could.
let's just call Cassie about like planning.
What do we talk? What if we talk about collab?
Collab, yes.
Yes, and then we rip up Cassie. I'll call Liliana.
Speaking of looks maxing, our friend Cassie is on call right now.
Yeah.
Biggest looks
we were
maxing.
we were gonna post ad break here.
Post ad break.
We're gonna
we had a
bring up
call in
this.
from Cassie. We're gonna call it back.
we were gonna transition into our collab news,
Collab news.
but I think a great intro to that is we'd like to
Introduce the
on
cast.
Fridays.
Friend call in. Friend.
We're doing the Phone a Friend Friday
Yeah.
that we're gonna start doing. I think so. We'll keep a discussion, and then we're all gonna phone somebody into the pod, and then we're gonna give their opinions on whatever the topic at hand may be. So we're gonna rip it with Cassie. Make sure the mic's up to the.
Bro, don't point at me. This is your microphone. You're calling. Chase is calling in to our friend Cassie. You gotta keep it plugged in though. You gotta hold the cord. Genius. Discord. Oh my gosh, bro, she's taking long.
That doesn't work. I think you gotta call someone else. Yes. Call her back.
Buzz alrighty.
All right, so we got fake friends out here.
Yep. Said to be on, they're not on.
All right, I'll call, but no guarantee on a response because the girl is out right now. So, we're going on speaker. So you are on speaker right now.
Hello.
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 I'll be quick. I'll be
Hello.
quick.
How are you? Wait, before we break into things, how are you doing? Can we put her in the center here because we need to
She's out and about right now. I don't want to. Okay.
My bad.
So our
Holy-
topic at hand, we're doing Phone a Friend Friday. Okay. So and we have to talk to you about the current topic, and we need opinions on collab. Yeah, collab, not clap.
Not
Like clavicular.
Come on.
Yeah. Yep.
you're hating class.
Hate him.
We need a little more than that. We need some content to work. We need some context. No. You're dating Clav.
This is pretty much looks maxing.
This is looks maxing actually.
You've been looks maxing since before Clav existed. You've been doing that little thing with your jawline.
Ewing.
You have lost some weight.
Alright. Alright. So that's all you got for us?
I mean, that's all I got. I heard
That's
he
okay.
was a cancer kid that he was not gonna be able to looks max, so I wouldn't recommend vaccinating. You can help it.
Well, we got that point. Well, thank you for tuning in.
Before you go, do you think children with cancer can looks max then? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm sorry, what did Henry?
He said, "Do you think kids with cancer can look max?" Yeah, I think that's a good.
I'm just curious. Like
No.
you said that, and I'm just
Well,
wondering what your
I appreciate
position is.
talking to you. You enjoy the rest of your evening.
I sure will. I love you, baby.
Love you too. Bye.
Alrighty, guys. So that was a lot of information coming from that side of the universe.
So I have the only friend that would pick up
I
right
got
now.
friends I'll pick up. I'll freaking call around if we need to call around. Hey, John.
How's it going?
What do you do, John?
He runs.
I don't do hot takes.
Okay, then what do you do, John?
I do nothing.
Oh, John.
The nothing man.
John just
The
lives.
man of nothing.
John lives in the void. Okay.
Literally do nothing, man. I'm in the void.
Well,
Okay.
what happens, you know?
So it's actually not Photo Fred Friday.
It's Forget a Friend Friday. Fucking forget us Friday. We have a call in.
coming in.
We have a call in, as you can hear. Charlie Olsen.
Charles.
What up?
What's going on tonight?
Well, first we're gonna say it is phone a friend. It's phone a friend Friday, actually. So here you are.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome to the show. How are you doing
What's
tonight?
up, boys? I'm at work right now.
What are you doing for work?
I'm serving tables at the Mexican restaurant.
Oh, lovely. You busy then? Or you got
Yeah,
a second?
little bit. I can't probably stay on the phone too long right now, but
Okay. Well,
We have one question for you.
Yeah.
Henry,
We got
spill
it.
it.
What are your opinions on clavicular?
Oh, I think it's pretty funny. I find it pretty entertaining.
So
There you
you
go.
so you maybe are on a positive lens on clavicular.
You could say.
I wouldn't say positive, but I find it funny.
Okay.
So you have some level of appreciation
I
though.
think we're warming up here.
No, I'd say he's probably like it's not a productive thing that he does, but it's really funny to watch.
And
Alright.
and is being funny productive?
Not
Well, he's catching his
necessarily.
bag.
Yeah. I mean, do you think he's getting his bread? Do you think he's like?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting a bag, so you gotta respect that. But other than that, I don't think it's super productive.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
But I gotta check out my table, boys. I'm
Alright.
glad you gave me a call,
Course,
Yeah.
bro.
and have a good rest of the show.
Yeah.
bro.
You too, Charlie.
See ya.
That was Charlie.
That's a good little rip.
He was a good guy, good friend of the show. He'll be on here at some point in the future, I believe.
I can see it happening.
Yeah, that was a, busy man, but he made time for us.
That's something
And
that
we can appreciate
I can
that.
hear
yeah,
that.
we have some friends who maybe aren't so busy and they still can't make time for us. So you got to really take that into the picture here.
Different kind of time I'm talking
That's, that's really what kind of defines a true friend there, right there.
It's
Sure.
you know?
true. That's how you know.
about. Should we do one more?
There's
or
people that are busy and
We're on a high note.
make time for you anyway, or there's people that are not busy and still don't make time for you.
It's true.
And there's people with some interesting choices in life.
Yeah.
TS, what do you know?
What do you know, Matthias?
What do I know
Yeah, what do you know?
Come on.
about
What's in your mind? Just what's like,
I feeling.
what do you think of this?
this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. I don't know how frequent we'll be able to do it, but
I mean, I think
Change
low key, the parents probably like low key vibe with it because right now we are in the parents' basement right now.
yeah, and I mean, me and you, we could pod whenever, bro.
Yeah, we can really pod like.
CT lives a bit of a distance, but
I can phone
Yeah.
someone.
We could do like break room pods. Me and Henry go on break together, do a little 15-minute pod
yeah,
section.
good.
we
Or
could do
break.
that. We could be doing that. Yeah, me and Matthias do work together, and that's such an interesting thing when you work with somebody you're so close with, and you just like see him every day, but it's like you only get him for a little second.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of sight.
You got me for more, Henry.
Always.
The 15-minute break is in enough
Yeah, well, it's just like it's enough, maybe
to get a good conversation rolling and then have to end it.
Exactly. It's like we have to like continue our conversation on the walk back to work, and then it's just like you leave at such a high and dry spot because it's like the river was flowing, but here you are building a dam, and it's like hard to do sometimes. I don't know if you guys have experience with that.
To
at home.
dam the own river you built.
Exactly. Like you're flowing, and it's just like, whoa, this is nice. Like I feel like I'm making ground here socially with this man, and then it's like, damn, back to my job. And my job's great, and like I'm very appreciative of work and doing it, but
Now you sound like you like men.
I don't like men. Okay, I'm not bisexual like some people that we know. I'm not gonna out anybody, but I support it somewhat. Scratch that. We can't be saying that.
Somewhat.
But I try to be appreciative of life and everything good in it, and I try to grow as an individual, and I hope to learn more as time goes on, and maybe grow with these people here and build something that maybe takes me out of those situations where I'm just having to be working for somebody else and focused on my job, and when my job could actually just be growing and talking to people and giving information and stuff like that. That's like kind of the goal, I think.
Definitely.
What do you think, Matthias? What's your goal?
My goal?
Yes, like where do you want to be? Like I know like some things you're interested in and like where maybe paths you want to go down, but I want to know like what truly speaks to you.
I mean, honestly, I just want to be like comfortable. Like I know that sounds like, because you don't want to really just be comfortable all the time, but I want to reach a point in my life where I'm just like, my day to day is just like something I'm like comfortable with doing. And
Is that not true right now?
I mean, it definitely is true right now, but I don't think it's where I want to be. I think you should always strive for like a better environment, and just like
Yeah.
a better day to day life. I mean, definitely a long ways to go, but
So what would that look like?
I mean, probably just whatever I'm doing. I want to like love what I do, and it's like.
So what would you love doing?
Down the rabbit hole, Matthias.
I mean,
Not me to breakdown.
the Mata Media breakdown. I mean, right now it's kind of hard to say because I feel like I'm still kind of figuring it out. But I do like the artistic like graphic design world
Creative.
that I'm in, the creative world. But I also want to be able to do that while not, just sitting in a little cubicle all day,
Definitely.
I don't think that's where I see my life or my future. Like, that's not necessarily how I want to spend it, is sitting in a cubicle. I want to be able to, like, have the ability to go and see and do things that, a normal
Person who
full-time worker wouldn't be able to do necessarily. Like, I want to be able to go mobile with my work, which is the intention of me pursuing that freelance area and maybe more of like a entrepreneurial
definitely.
route.
I feel like that is something I'm called to do too as well. Like
Yeah.
take initiative over my life and put it in my hands over giving it to a corporation that it is a mutually beneficial thing. I think if you work for a corporation, I think it can be a great thing, and I think like being able to provide for yourself and a family is really important and a blessing. But also I think we live in the age where we have the opportunity to do something for ourselves and grow something that is beyond a corporation that somebody else owns, when it's something you could be controlling and take initiative over, and it could be something that's tuned to you and not tuned to a mission that's not your own.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree, and I think it is important that people do work those like 9 to 5s or whatever. Like,
Definitely.
absolutely, because I think that you learn a lot of important things.
100%.
And I think a lot of people are satisfied there, and they can grow and be the right person that they are meant to be in those situations.
Yeah,
but
and those jobs are needed too. So there's
Exactly.
it's not like you're doing something wrong when
Yep.
you're like working those, like, society's built on people like that. So I mean, for now,
exactly. I mean,
until AI takes over, but
everybody says that, but the AIs seem to struggle.
they do seem to struggle.
Maybe.
Who knows though?
But I mean, one thing specifically I would like to do is like something I haven't done much other than just like within the U.S. is being able to travel and like see like the world, not just like the United States.
What are some of those places you're thinking of?
I mean, I'd like to go near like New Zealand. I'd like to go to New Zealand, or I'd like to go to like, because New Zealand's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, like, I think in the U.S. we have a lot of specifically here in Wisconsin, very flat land, and geographically it's not the most beautiful.
Don't say that. I think.
I mean, it can be,
a
but
lot
I think
to appreciate, but I do
I think
agree.
there is a lot out there that we don't necessarily get to explore, and I think I also like to go to like Norway. Like, I'm Norwegian myself, so like that'd be cool to
I thought
see.
you're Swedish.
Well, Swedish,
Norwegian.
Norwegian, Scandinavian.
There you
let's
go.
say it.
Yeah.
Like to go see kind of like what it's like over there, and just kind of like the culture and kind of
North Atlantic.
Yeah, and just explore that, because I think that's a huge thing. There's a huge cultural differentiation between like country to country and stuff like that. That's something I want to explore and see and try to indulge in.
Definitely.
Seek a little bit of discomfort and try new things, see different things.
Definitely. And I mean, I think at the end of the day, like, we're probably people that are going to be uncomfortable being in the same spot forever. So it's like, yeah, maybe going somewhere new and like new cultures is going to be uncomfortable. But if you just stay in the same place all the time, that's also just like, I think, a growing discomfort.
Yeah, I think another, I guess we were talking about brands that we like and kind of like their message. Another brand would be like seeking discomfort. I have like clothes and stuff, seek discomfort. It's kind of the thing, and like I feel like that's a very like proper thing to like try to live by, and
Yeah.
really try to seek discomfort and try doing different things and seeing new things, and not just living. I know I said I wanted to be comfortable, but like,
Yeah, it seems like you're
I
on
mean,
back on yourself.
yeah, I'm contradicting myself, but
It
I
happens.
think, but not necessarily that, but learning and trying to be comfortable in discomfortable situations,
Yeah, learning to be
learning to be comfortable in environments that you're not used to, and like that's that seeking discomfort is,
Learning
once you
to-
do it enough, yeah.
learning to be strong and being comfortable in places that normally you wouldn't be, or like that's growing at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like in whatever situation that is.
So I think maybe just being comfortable with growth and change
And getting out there
Yeah.
and seeing things that are not maybe. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. What do you think of sailing, Matthias? I think.
We've talked about this a few times, but I mean, I'm not opposed to sailing. I think a huge part of like that lifestyle, for me at least, is like I'd be much more willing to do that if I was financially stable. Like if I was in a spot where like
We had money coming
I
in.
don't have to worry about money and I could, do whatever I want. Like that's something I would be interested in doing, and like sailing does sound intriguing. I just don't want to have to think about, the financial issues that
Definitely.
come along with that. So
I mean, I don't think there's financial issues. Actually, I think it'd be quite affordable, but I think it's hard to make money when you're sailing. I think is where it's at.
well, yeah, but I mean, I mean, I don't know what kind of level of sailing we're talking here, but you have to buy things.
You have to buy a sailboat, and I mean, certain
I
navigation.
mean,
equipment.
food too, like stuff
Food can
like
be
that,
relatively cheap, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
and food to go do things when you may go to the land.
It's true, but I mean, I think a lot of those communities you sail to have food as a relatively cheap thing. It's not like here where food's expensive.
Yeah.
much.
Or were you thinking more along the lines of being a little bit of a nomad and just, eating what you catch?
I mean, at a certain point, you need to buy food though, because fish is not a sustainable type of thing unless you're like going to land and like foraging and.
Exactly. And
Stuff
I
like
mean,
that.
part of that too, with like being financially like stable, is having that ability to like spend money on experiences. Because I mean, the way the world is, everything costs fucking money, and like nothing's really free. So I mean, to an extent, yeah, I think
Sure.
there's just
That's why providing is important.
yeah.
But I think we can work and we can operate and we can grow our finances. I think it's not an impossible thing.
I mean, I'd see myself
Sure.
as relatively a frugal person. Like I try to, focus on
Conserve
saving
your
and
money.
conserve my money a little bit.
Definitely, I think I'm in the same boat.
So I mean, that could benefit in my favor.
Definitely.
In times like that, because I think it learn to like not need as much money. So
Maybe
a
learn
lifestyle
to
like that would be
invest and
yeah.
whatnot. I mean, I think it'd be really cool. Like you can.
Yeah, what are you planning on like having kids?
Yeah,
What's
what's going on with that? I mean-
what's your
I mean, I
life
think you
looking-
can. I think you can raise young kids on a sailboat for a while.
No, that can work.
What about education?
I'd hope to be able to homeschool my children.
It's kind of divided, man.
Or your wife? Or
Yeah, exactly. Or yeah, I find somebody who's capable of that.
what age do you see yourself having kids?
Really,
Like what age would you?
I don't-
I'm trying to get some deja vu here. Actually.
I don't see myself as an age having kids. I see myself having kids as soon as I possibly can. Probably as soon as like I'm with somebody and we are ready for that.
Get serious.
As soon as you
Exactly.
possibly can.
Pretty much. So
It's gonna be unloading.
that's not true. All right. I just have to find the right partner in
Right,
life
right,
to be
right.
able to do that. And that's really where I'm at. Right.
When do you think you'll know? Like, what are some telltale signs that you would be looking for in a partner? Something that really is
compassion.
important.
I think a real consciousness to somebody, something I need in somebody that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. If they can think and understand things for themselves at a high level, if they can, communicate and talk and not feel uncomfortable, like sharing how they feel and actually knowing themselves, I think is really important. I think somebody with kind soul and like family values is extremely important.
Is there anything you're worried about with all that?
Not that I'm worried about. I'm not really somebody to be worried about things, but I think it. What would I be worried about? I guess I don't really.
I don't know, just in general.
I think it's.
The whole relationship and all that.
There's definitely a lot
Like
that to
that.
be concerning about relationships, but I think as long as you really are honest about the situation that you're in and you really take time to understand somebody, I think there's nothing to be worried about because it's.
I think one thing too. I don't know if you mentioned or not, but I think as a man, I feel like an important thing that like we look for in a relationship or like with really anyone specifically is just respect.
Definitely, I think.
So I was gonna ask you, what does respect look like from your perspective towards a woman? Like what do you expect out of them when it comes to respect?
Not taking the things I do for granted, I think is huge. I think if they understand what I do and respect it and help support it and try and contribute that, not even like maybe with what they do or what they're doing with their life, but just in what I'm doing and with me. I think is respect. I think respect is um, respecting boundaries that you set with relationships and where they're at, not going over them. I think that's important.
What
to
each
do.
other need to.
Exactly right.
And that like kind of plays into like communication too. I feel like I think that's like the biggest thing of keeping. I mean, Chase, you've been in like probably the longest relationship out of all of us. And, like,
That's true.
communication, like, do you think that's been like probably the most important part of a relationship, or if not close to?
Yeah.
Or
I'd
what
say
is your
so.
perspective on that?
Communication is pretty important. Like, if you can't, like, if you can't sit down like and talk about stuff, it's just not gonna get very far. And yeah, just like in general, just like staying in touch with one another is like pretty important aspect of it.
I think that's the bare minimum. I
Yeah,
think
I mean, it isn't.
I think it comes to communication though is you have to be with somebody who is true to themselves and understands themselves. Like people can be
That's
communicative, but if they don't know what's going on with them or if they're not even tuned in with themselves, like how are they going to communicate effectively what they need if
Yeah.
they don't even know
Yeah.
it?
I think
That is
there's a
true.
lot of people that get into relationships that aren't ready for it, that end up just shooting themselves in the foot because they don't know how to communicate, because they
Yeah.
don't know how they feel themselves. And
Exactly.
It's
It's not. It's not.
I
It's
think-
not an issue even communicating. It's an issue knowing of like
Yeah, I
what you
think-
want, what you want and need.
Who
Like
you are.
exactly. If you don't know
Yeah.
who you are, you can't.
Like,
Tell
if you get in love,
somebody-
you don't know who you are.
You can't
Mhm.
tell somebody what you need from the relationship or what you want from things in life because you don't know. And then it's like, well,
yeah, and then it makes it so confusing for the other person too.
definitely, I've been in that situation
100%.
where it's like so much is not figured out about yourself that like you can't go forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then as the other individual, it's next to impossible to understand how you can help, because like you want to help the other person. You know, it's not like you want to sit there and watch them like
Mhm.
struggle. It's like you want to be able to support them. It's like,
But you also can't go in
how
their
the hell
head
can
and
you do
like
that?
connect the wires for them and make
You
them
only
figure it
do so
out.
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
Exactly, and that's where it's like it's so hard almost like if you're with somebody where it's like they don't have it figured out. It's like, well, what can I do in this situation to help? And the answer is not much. Like you can't change people, you can't force people to change because it has to be like if you want somebody to change, it has to be something they choose and go into their own. Like they have to figure things out for themselves. It can't be you telling them because and that's where it's like communicating is like sometimes not the best advice because you talk to them and then it's like, okay, well, what can I do? And then it's like you can't do anything. It has to be something that somebody comes to on their own.
Yeah.
Like you can try and like ask and understand their thought process, but at the end of the day, if somebody's not putting things together for themselves, it's like they're probably not going to be satisfied with when you try and like engineer their life.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why shared values I think are just so important
Mhm.
because if you're on the same page with things, it makes it doable to have a relationship because it can be complicated, but it takes shared values to really have a foundation to create a life together with somebody.
Agree.
So that's what I think is important in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think how you respect it is.
He's like, so that's what I think is important in a
I'm
relationship.
not even out of breath.
No, you're not out of breath,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
went on a good little
That was
run there. I like
a
that.
crazy run.
That was beautiful.
I'm just saying how I feel.
Generational.
I'm just saying how I feel about things and what I think.
Yeah, I mean, right on.
The reason why I'm able to do that is because I thought about it and
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
in
like,
tune with it.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. I think both of you have at least experienced it a little bit or experimented with it a little bit. But like journaling, I feel like that needs to be a more normal thing in
I try
society.
I try and journal as much as I can. I have
Yeah.
a couple
Like-
of journals.
It's pretty nice doing it.
Yeah, I feel like there's not enough people who, like, one way to get to know yourself is just jotting down how you feel. And, like,
Exactly.
just looking at your writing and like stuff like that and just watching or reevaluating
It gives you
the way
a
you feel.
third perspective on things. You have your perspective and then the things you're interacting with. But if you can take how you feel, write it down, and then think about it, about what you wrote, or about what you're writing, or what's going over in your head, then it gives you the chance to zoom out and look at things from a less
Instead of
biased
you
lens.
almost.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
add a
it's almost
perspective.
like a conversation with yourself, but like mental to physical, like everything brings to the paper.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why I do it.
I think
Yeah, I think for me, it's just like seeing the words and stuff is like almost like
It's different.
seeing what's up here, seeing it on paper and like written out is just like it's easier to understand and like dissect and interpret.
100%.
For me, it's feeling what I write. Like I feel my hand right, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then okay,
Interesting.
it's
Like
not
sometimes you don't even need to be journaling about anything really that particular or important. It's just like really just writing down like how you feel at the moment or whatever it is, just like getting in the habit. Like when you first start just writing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it's
write.
so
If
cool.
you want to get into journaling, honestly, just write for 5 minutes about how your day.
And
was
it's
or
not
something.
weird.
Yeah.
Like
No, and
people it needs to be
calming.
more normalized. Like
Exactly.
The
To say it's
people-
emasculine or whatever, that's terrible.
yeah, I think the whole masculinity in itself has been completely twisted.
Yeah, but I think true
And that can be a
masculinity
whole
is-
topic in
yeah,
itself.
I mean, I don't know if we're ready to break into that.
I mean, we really can. I mean, like
So,
I think what has been defined as masculine nowadays has been completely
Warped,
untrustworthy and warped. Like it's
100%.
such
warped perception.
bullshit.
Exactly.
And I mean, if you're looking at masculinity, I feel like there's as a man to a man, what's masculine in a man can be like interpreted one way, but I think looking at it as like from a female perspective, you know, like what's masculine in a guy, like what does that look like, you know? Like I think that I think that is like the problem is too many people are like worried about what other guys are doing that makes them seem masculine, but it's not like, you know.
And the fact is,
It's not
it's
always
not
that
what
way.
you're doing is what's making you masculine. It's how you're operating as a human that makes
Yeah.
you masculine.
Yeah.
How you have control over your emotions and how you go through life for yourself.
Exactly.
I think is masculine. I think how you live to provide for others, and like I think those are the true masculine
Yeah.
things. I think like the most masculine person was probably Jesus. Like
Yeah. 100%.
he gave and he ministered to people. Like I think that's the most masculine thing you can do is providing to other people and helping. Like
Yeah.
that's what built us up this far, and we have to realize that like the only way we can go forward as people is by helping each other.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean doing it for you, doing stuff for other people. That's not helping. Helping is teaching. Helping is listening and like understanding.
Yeah, listening can go a long way. I think
Definitely.
that's something people don't necessarily understand is just like being an ear, you know. It's not-
Exactly.
you don't always have to have a response. It's just
No, sometimes it's just like asking a question that goes farther in depth on things.
yeah,
I think
just-
that's huge, and I think people need to learn to do that more.
yeah. Is dig deeper. I mean, there's so much shit that you can find on the surface, but just asking a little question about how, you know, go a little bit in more depth on certain things.
Absolutely. I think society though has warped it, and I think it's damaging everybody. Where it's
Yeah, definitely. It's like everyone's getting hit by it.
mass.
So, how do you think, or what do you think in general? Like, what do you think has warped masculinity? What do you like?
I think separation and diverting consciousness from people, distractions, social media. I think is doing
Social
that.
media,
Yeah, I
100%.
think social media
I
definitely. is.
think the deterioration of fathers being weak and not being strong leaders or being teaching what needs to be taught to people, I think definitely is hurting real masculinity in people.
And I even say like not caring about like the woman around you too is like,
Definitely,
that's a big
Mhm.
problem.
right? I think a lot of people are so lackadaisical about their life and everything's okay, and if like there's things need to be held to standards. Like you can't
Yeah,
go through
100%.
life being a terrible person. You can't like
Not caring about others.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah, I think that's one of the main things too that has just really shifted is like it's now portrayed as like not caring and like
Yeah.
just not giving a shit, which is just not how that
No.
works.
How
It's
somebody
just
should
you-
exactly. Exactly.
there's nothing attractive about or interesting about somebody who doesn't care about other people.
Yeah.
Well, but the problem is society has warped it, and some people are attracted to that, or they are pseudo attracted to that.
Yeah.
They're,
And I think it's like weird. It's crazy that like, and I definitely will blame social media. I think that plays a big factor that like people have like told themselves that they think that's attractive because that's what they believe.
yeah,
and
they want
are
like
told.
the alpha male that doesn't care
Yeah.
because if like you were raised with a father that didn't care about you, that's going to be like more attractive to you.
Yeah.
Used to.
Exactly. Where
Big
it's
problem.
it's
Arousal control.
exactly, and then it's like, and then it becomes confusing for younger men too, who are trying to get into the dating world and like trying to attract good women, and then it's like, oh, you see men get attention for being shitty, then it's like, oh, well, what am I
Makes
gonna
them,
do?
yeah, it makes them, and it just becomes this, domino effect of
Exactly.
other guys thinking that's the right way to go and that's the path, and
Starts to get like morally gray pretty quickly.
yeah.
Exactly.
And then also those men or whatever you want to call them are the same people to belittle the people who are actually masculine
Definitely.
and make it seem like it's a negative thing.
Yep. And when I said divert and conscious, I mean I think there's people who dominate their world and take control over things, and they grow, and then but then they act like that, and they act above things, and they don't care. And then I think there's softer men who can maybe have some of those virtuous qualities, those real masculine qualities, but they don't take control of their life, and I think they're just they fall apart because they don't know how to balance it. You have to take control of things and you have to lead your life, but you can't overstep. Is what you have to understand. It's you gotta build your garden, but you can't step over in other people's.
Yeah.
Being respectful, but also being respected. Not
Yeah.
tolerating disrespect, I think, is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Because I think there are virtuous men who just let themselves be disrespected, and like, yeah, it's like you probably don't deserve to have a lot of the good of life if you're not going to go out of your way to protect it.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah.
But I don't want to rant all of this. I want your guys' input too.
I mean, Chase, what you got?
The whole idea of it, just
Yeah.
in general. I mean, yeah, like I said before, like social media, I mean, just like it starts to distort it, where everyone's just like, oh, like growing up, it's like, oh, so if I'm masculine, I'm just big and macho, and I don't talk to people, and I have a few friends, and just like that. It's just very not like progressive for men in general.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, it's good to be strong and stuff, like and like.
It's very
like,
important.
Yeah, physically and stuff. It's very important, but
Not even physically, mentally,
and mentally,
spiritually.
everything, in general, overall.
Exactly.
But if that's the only thing you care about, it's not gonna get you the best. Like you need to have like. I'd say like you need to be like well rounded overall.
Yeah, strength is
Yeah.
virtuous
That's one thing,
until
really
you
good.
use it to overpower.
Yeah, and then it's problematic.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I'd agree. I think a lot of it, like, there's a balance definitely to some of those qualities. Like, I think there's qualities to, a guy who, doesn't give a shit or whatever the fuck. Like, I think there's a balance to, like, there's certain things that you kind of do just have to not really give a shit about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think most things in this world you should not care about. Like
Yeah,
social
not
media,
that I'm
the
like
news.
agreeing with like obviously that that's a good quality to have, but I think in moderation, moderation is everything. But I think when it comes to like you said, you're about to say social media, like I mean, as someone who's spent various amount of time on posting stuff and like taking the whole content creation thing like seriously and streaming, like you do deal with a lot of just
Crap.
people just saying whatever the fuck they want.
Mm-hmm. And
And
there's no checks.
yeah, it's just, and I don't remember who said it, but somebody was telling me the other day, it might have been at work, which would be crazy, but I don't know how to really describe it, but it's just like the people who comment and say shit and stuff like that is just like it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, they wouldn't
like,
say it to your
it
face.
equates to like nothing in real life because not like an ounce, maybe like 1% of the people that talk shit would ever say it to your face.
Or even if they mean it, people just say stuff to say stuff because
Yeah,
they can.
because they're so protected about, they feel so protected about just it being through the screen. I think that's really just fucking crazy.
Yeah, and that's why it's just like, don't put your soul into the internet. Like,
Yeah.
your soul should be in the physical and in your spiritual and you, and for the people around you that actually like that you interact with. Like, I'm not saying there's not crappy people in real life, but I think there's a lot more that goes into real life than there is on a couple words you type into Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
It's true.
And I mean, as we're kind of like, all of us are getting, I mean, I think we all have like little individual backgrounds of social media and stuff, but as a whole that we're getting into social media, it's just, that's just one thing that I've learned to do over time is I used to like, back when I was first getting into it and stuff, it's just like you read all the comments, you want to know what everybody's talking about.
Mhm.
But then like I'd always see people like big content creators and stuff like that just saying like how they don't read comments, and I'm like, how do you not do that? And after like so much time, like dead ass, like 3 months into it, once you start getting views and stuff, you start realizing that shit. And then I don't remember the last time I scrolled through a goddamn comment section. Like I love all you guys for commenting, and I love the positivity because there. I mean, granted, there is more positive shit than there is negative. Depends on what you're doing, but which is an important point because I mean, flashback to like collab or whatever. Like he brought like he like
Yeah,
there's some people who
yeah.
genuinely like their content is oriented about like rage baiting and just
Mhm.
wanting
Yeah.
their
Reactions.
comments and their interactions to be
Yeah.
negative. But for like somebody who like me it was never any negative thing. It was never like rage bait shit. It was always just like me hitting what would be a good like clip or whatever because I'd play Rainbow Six Siege, you know,
Mhm.
and edit my little soul out and then post it. And then, I mean, yeah, there'd be shitty comments. You look at them, but for the most part, it's relatively all positive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
Yep.
like not focusing on the negative because it's just bound to happen. There,
True.
you know, there's always gonna be negative shit.
Well, there's always people struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I think that's also just another flaw that like I think has been more prevalent recently with just like people is they like to just focus so much on the negative shit and it eats them alive. And like
Definitely.
there's so much enjoyment like and I've definitely realized that during the summer and stuff is just like there's so much beauty and enjoyment in just the small little things and just appreciating them like
Mhm.
I know, like Henry at lunch and stuff. Whenever we take breaks, it's always we get to like our second break, and it's like, fuck, we want to go home. Like home would be so good. He's like, Henry's always like, we're almost done. You know, like work's almost over. It doesn't really matter. You know, it
That's what I
doesn't.
think
We've
about
already
it.
gone this far. Like it doesn't fucking matter. Like just really embracing like the little things like that, and like taking it moment by moment, just not overthinking shit, and just focusing on the fucking struggles and shit, and just surrounding yourself with people with that mindset too is also really important.
I mean,
Focus on the now, really.
yeah,
Yeah, dude.
for me, that's what life's about. Like, we got this moment. Let's not worry about next moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because, like, it will come, but
Figure it out.
this will pass. And, like, honestly, we only get so many of these hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I only get so many hours at work.
We're getting our bread up.
Exactly. It's like, I'm
So
able.
Henry always says, he's like, I don't care. We're fucking getting our bread up. We got 3 hours left and
Exactly.
get
It's
our
like,
bread and go home and we have the weekend.
doing this serves a purpose, and that's what you got to understand. Like, if you're struggling with something, if it's not serving a purpose, then maybe you should cut it out of your life. But if it is, you got to just learn to appreciate it, that it's doing something for you.
And I think there is
Yeah.
some value in like acknowledging that there is a purpose in the things that you're doing because there's some people who don't feel that way and they don't look at it that way. They just go through the motions, and I think that like there's some great appreciation for realizing that whatever you're doing, like there is a purpose. Like everybody has a purpose, and it could be very small, but there is a purpose to everything
Mhm.
that people are doing.
But if you are struggling, take an honest look at what you're doing and see if it's aligned with you. See if it's within your purpose. Because if it's not, maybe, yeah, it's a good idea to think about doing something else. But if it is, take that and use that in your day to day and, like, appreciate it that, oh, this is serving a purpose for me. Like, there is a reason I'm doing this. I'm choosing this because it's good, not because I hate it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there definitely is like a purpose to most things. Sometimes there's a negative purpose that emphasize the positive. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you could be fucking slinging coke on the side of the street, but you're
Yeah.
making sure cops are doing their job or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
you see how it's like if you look at it in that perspective, it justifies what you're doing a little bit. I mean, there is some like wiggle room with that, but
Exactly. You're giving yourself a reason to live. You're doing something. You're applying yourself. No matter what, if you're applying yourself, I think it's something that's good, because it's a muscle you need to work in life. Like, we are put on this earth to do stuff. We're not put on this earth to do nothing. We're not put on this earth to just sit there and rot.
yeah,
And
and
that's-
finding your purpose, and maybe that's what we can go back to is just like maybe I'll retract my statement with staying comfortable and say that feeling like I'm serving a purpose, finding my purpose, serving it, and doing it with pride and
Exactly.
enjoying
just
it.
feeling strong
loving
about it. Feeling like, oh, this
Yeah.
is me. This is like why I'm here, and I love it. I had a couple more things to add to this about habits and about that. Like, if you are struggling and you need good habits to rely on, I think journaling is a great place to start. But I also think meditation. I think spending time with yourself and
Yeah,
talking
absolutely.
to people.
100%.
I think like part of figuring out like who other people are, and if you want to take that step, and like I know we had just came out of that relationship topic, but like taking that step into learning who other people are, I think it's almost more important to learn who you are as a person before like figuring out who you want to be friends with and stuff like that, and really taking that time.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you'll have friends around you, and like I mean, what really defines a friend? I mean, we've all had our
Share
I
of
think
friends that are
between the
the
three
same.
of us at least have had our fair share of friends who, I mean, had to really, assess and look back on and be like, are those really friends? And
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You can be in the same room as somebody and you can talk to them, but like, is it really a connection that's gonna like
It's deeper.
be real and like
Just go beneath the
have
surface.
meaning?
hmm And I think, I mean, as a brand, not to like shout out Pillar, but like, that's like what we are doing as a whole. Like we are, a bunch of best friends from school and stuff. I mean, Corey's not here, but
He's a good kid.
he's great. Corey's Chase's roommate now.
Yep.
He moved in how many months ago did he move in?
Like one.
Started June.
So that's fucking lit.
Yep.
So we got Corey and Chase living together.
Yep.
Henry
And Mamma Mia
Henry
working
doing
together.
Henry's shit. We work together. We're all just like super close friends, and we're building this brand, and that's kind of
Yep.
just what we want to stand on.
That's
It's
what
just
we're doing.
We're doing more than building a brand. Though.
we're building a lifestyle
Exactly.
essentially, and just trying to really embrace and like emphasize like key and core values to really like becoming the best self and like person you can be, and how to like really enjoy just your time here on earth, because
Yeah.
I mean you only get one opportunity.
Exactly.
It
Yeah,
really
you get
is.
one
It's
chance,
just
so.
one chance, and like there's unlimited opportunities. Doing it however the fuck you want to do it, it's really up to you, and doing it 110%.
Exactly. And I think if I have one message of like what I want this to be is like I want to build everybody up, and I want to help everybody grow, and I want to develop this into like something that helps everybody.